Hello, hello. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do this soft Frenchie, no stark white, just a soft jelly white. And you can see it is jelly. It's like a milky white and a jelly pink. I'm going to show you all of the products I used and how to paint your Frenchies on freehand from a total amateur like myself. Let's get right into it. So products I used, first of all, I'm using all gels, so you will need an LED lamp, which I have, can barely get it under camera right there. I am using a pre-nails. I don't have affiliations with any of these. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm really not making any money off this video, period. So I will leave links below for everything. Again, none of it is affiliated. So I prefer the Après nails because they are gel nails instead of plastic. And just really quick, what does that mean? When you have a plastic nail and you bend it, you're going to get that white line right there. You can see, hopefully the black background will help you. You can see that white line right there. With a gel nail, whenever you bend the nail back into its proper shape, that white line completely disappears. These conform to the shape of your nail very comfortably. They are soft gels. They're comfortable. They're wonderful. They the best. I use short coffin specifically. And for my index finger, I use a 6.5 instead of a 6 that comes standard with your starter kit. Après also sells refills for like $4 or $5. So these were like $4 or $5 for all of these. So it's not bad. And I've had to refill my 6 already because I do wear 6 here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my nails and show you what we're going to do next. You will need, in my opinion, when you're going to do nail art, it is best to be able to do it without having to do this with your hands. So getting one of these, and you can, of course, I'll leave a link. You can find these on Amazon really cheap. Again, $4 or $5 for the whole set. They're magnetic. It comes with this sticky tack, and you just put your nail on there so that you can pluck it off and you can paint however you need to. And that's what I did with mine. So I'll show you how this works. You get your sticky tack. And make sure you don't have any lotion on your hands because then it won't stick. You have to warm the sticky tack up by stretching and pulling on it. And it's pretty much warmed up whenever it can stretch without breaking. And that's too much for just one. There we go. And then you stick it on there like that. And it's basically just a sticky putty. And your nails will adhere to it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, pick out all my nails. Okay, so before you do anything, you have to buff the shine off of the surface of your gel nails. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, got to get away from my good nail. I'll go ahead and do this offline really quick. Okay, so what you'll need next is a base coat, and then of course you're going to need a top coat for later on. This is a really affordable one. I got everything that you see here on Amazon, 100%. And this is the foundation or the base. This never dries down all the way. It stays sticky, but it's supposed to stay sticky because it's your base. And I always use an extremely thin layer. You don't need this to be thick. So that's one dip. And I will use this one dip for a few nails. Jump right over. Take some off of this one and put it onto this one. Because this really, literally, you just need a thin coat. Take some more off of this one. Put it on over here. So that base will last you a really, really long time. Get some more off of here. Put it on to here. And I'll go ahead and scrape just a little bit off the side of the bottle. And that's all I need for the pinky. You can see it tugging and pulling a little bit because my brush is fairly dry. Okay, and I'll go ahead and set that for a full 60 seconds. All right, be right back. Okay, so now that is sticky tacky, but it's set. So I do use 3 different pinks. Yes, I start with a flesh tone. Then I go with a sort of a light candy pink, all extremely thin layers. And then this is what kind of is the pink pop. And all of these you can find on Amazon. And you can see this here is more of a cotton candy pink, but very thin layer. And that is how I achieve this sort of natural pink, but yet it's cute. It's fun. I like it anyway. This has just always been my method. So this here is like a flesh. As you can see, it's not very bright. It's very fleshy. So I'll go ahead and put a thin layer of that. And this just sort of mimics my natural nail color while getting rid of the obviousness that it's a clear piece of plastic, you know. And I still have some on there, and you really don't need much. My gels last me forever because I just use the thinnest amounts. But then again, I like a lot of light looks, especially working with my hands on YouTube. Occasionally, you'll see me put on a bold red and a bold black. But most of the time, I just like it to look very natural and not too annoying because my nails are absolutely an extension. They're part of me. I just can't. I've been wearing nails for so many years, I almost can't function without them. So I really just have to have them. I've even learned how to crochet with them to the point where I prefer crocheting with them. So in order not to annoy my viewers too much, I try to go with really sort of soft looks whenever I can. Sometimes I just feel like that bitch. So I want a little bit more of a bold look, but for the most part, I try to keep it really nice and really clean and really soft and pretty. But that's me as well. I like things that are nice, soft, clean, and pretty. So it's not like I'm sacrificing any kind of style or boldness for YouTube. This is a part of my look as well. And I think what I'm going to do is take a little off the thumb because the thumb has quite a bit on there. Just looking for sheer coverage. So I'll take some off the thumb and let that set. See, gels are self-settling, so that's cool. Even if it looks like they have streaks, just give it a minute. The streaks will be gone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to scrape a little off the side of my bottle there just to get a little bit more coverage. And see here, I feel like this one here needs a teensy bit more. Okay, so I will go ahead and set this for 60 seconds. Well, that's so thin. I'm going to set it for 30 seconds. So we'll go 30. There we go. Now to just brighten up the undertone just a little bit, because that's what we're working on right now are the undertones. So to brighten up the undertone, we'll go with this more bright pink. It's like a powdery pink. It's very pretty. And it just brightens up the undertone. Skin color has layers, so that's my logic on this. just thin layers, and it all sort of comes together. But this is sort of a soft but bright pink. Maybe you can see the difference. Yeah, I think you can. And I have tried to do this where I just go in with this and then the brighter pink, and it just doesn't have the same results. So I really do feel like these light layers do make all the difference. Because again, skin tone has layers, so why shouldn't what I'm trying to pull off here also have layers of color? You can see I'm going very, very light. You know, just that much. Very, very light. Thin, thin, thin. Because you want to be able to see. Now, again, I'm an amateur, okay? So I don't know what certain things are called. So I don't know what this is called right here. This part of your little whites, like little half moon there. But you still want to be able to see it. And that's what helps it to look more natural. And I think I'll take a little off of here. Put it on here. No, I need more color. I'm gonna need more. Okay, that should be all I need for my pinky. Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and set this for a full 60 seconds. Just because this is a little bit of a thicker formula than this. So that is how it is looking. So we'll do 1 minute on that. Okay, so that is set, but it's also tacky because these color gels I'm using are not no wipe. The top coat will be a no wipe, but if you were to use these just by themselves, you'd have to take an alcohol pad and wipe the sticky film off the top. Okay, now for the bright pop of pink, this sort of bright, fun Barbie cotton candy pink. It's very, very pretty. And you'll see the dramatic difference. Look how pretty. I said dramatic difference. None of this is dramatic. But it will give you that really cute, clear pink, fleshy look. So I do not need to redip. There is plenty on my brush still. There's really actually too much on the thumb. So I will take from there and share with the others. I said dramatic difference. That was goofy. Okay. But that was 1 dip, 3 nails, starting with the thumb. Not bad. Yeah, my gels really do last me a while. But to pull off the look we're looking for, we don't need thick layers. We don't just don't need a whole lot. No, my living room smells like a nail salon. I'm not mad at that. Please tell me I'm not the only one who kind of likes the smell of a nail salon, like the smell of acrylics. Please, please, please. Like some people really like the smell of gasoline, like the ambient smell of gasoline. I feel the same way about nail salons. I know perms and acrylics and all that smell bad, but I don't mind it. Okay, I'm going to set that for a full minute. While that's cooking, I'm gonna prep one of my brushes. This I use to clean up the smile line. And when I say prep it, this is a soaked alcohol pad. And I just sort of get the bristles a little damp with that alcohol. And that's gonna help me clean up the smile line like that. If it's a little messy, that just helps me clean up the smile line. And so I'll keep that resting on the alcohol pad to keep it damp. And I'm going to need a plate and my Milky white gel polish. This is not a solid white. It is a milky white, as you can see. It's, you know, maybe you can also see in the bottle a little bit. It's just not a solid, it's not an opaque white. And I just dab a little on the plate. And the great thing about gels is it does not dry until you cure it. So if you make any mistakes, you've got all the time in the world to correct that. So there we go, just a little bit on the plate. And I'm gonna move you over here actually. And this is the brush I will be using to create that Frenchy look. Because now we are ready to do our Frenchies. All right, starting with the thumb. I don't soak the whole brush, just gonna get one side. And I try to use my sticky tack underneath as kind of a guide, but I will start at the center down there, just underneath the sticky tack. That's my guide. Okay. And then I create a little line, and then from the top of that line, I just go up. And then I'll twist everything this way. And then at the top of that line again, and I will bring it out this way. I'm not a professional, guys, okay? I'm 100% an amateur. Now, because this is such a milky white, I do want it to be slightly opaque, so I will kind of fill in by dabbing, and it will create a bit of a thickness, but it all levels out. So don't worry about perfection, because this stuff will perfect itself. And it's not perfect. You don't want it to be perfect because it's handmade. We're not machines. You want some imperfections. Yes, I know that's going to drive some people crazy, but it's okay. Then I get the very front end right here. That's just my opinion. I mean, that's not written in stone. It's if you strive for perfection and that's what brings you peace, I 100% support that. Like, whatever brings you peace, go for it. What brings me peace is not pushing myself to be perfect. Okay, so I do have kind of a messy line, so I will take my brush and clean that up, and I've got another little wipe right here just for wiping. And there we go. Okay, to me that looks pretty good. Not bad for an amateur, come on now. And I just repeat. Definitely don't want that much on there. And I'll start right here at the bottom tip, create a little line. It's a little difficult to see. I know I can see it in the, you know, the sun shining on it from my window. Maybe you can. Yeah. Get a little more on there, and then from the top of that line, I come out, create a pretty smile. Again, we smile from both sides of our mouth unless we're crooked. Then we just smile from one. Just kidding. and fill it in. I want to come a little higher over here. We'll fill that in. Get the front. Fill all that in. Just a little thin right there. Okay. Let's see, get that a little bit damp. Do just a little bit of cleanup. Try to get straight lines. Well, see here, it's a little too much on this side, so I'm going to take some off. It's a little bulbous over here. Take some of that off and then drag some down. And it's already leveling itself out, which is great. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, and then at the end, I'm gonna hold all of my nails upside down to let the stuff gathering on the sides kind of drain down toward the center just a little bit, and that's gonna add some strength in the center too. And then I'll cook them for a full minute and a half, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these nails, and then I will be right back. I'll show you this one because the line on this one came out more bold, so maybe it'll be easier for you to see now that that line is bolder. And, you know, again, with gels, they don't dry, so it's okay to practice and make mistakes and wipe it all off and start over again. No big deal. And it's a little bulbous over here. So I'm going to drag that down to thin that out just a little bit. Okay, and then pick some up and start filling in. It's like cookie icing, isn't it? Like watching cookie icing art. That's what it reminds me of a bit. You guys ever watch that icing, cookie icing, like YouTube shorts or TikToks? Oh, they're so addictive. I just envy the skill. There we go. And maybe just a teensy bit too much on this side. And fill that down. So I'm just tapping and moving to manipulate the gel into the position I want it to be in. That's all I'm doing. Just scrape off a little if it's too much, and then tap and move to move the rest back into position. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to do these last two. I will be right back. That's how they are looking so far. Again, whenever I hang these upside down, a lot of that excess on the sides will drip down to this center portion. Okay, so now I have them all done. I'm going to go ahead and hold them upside down for about 25 seconds. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go cook them for 1.5 minutes. Meantime, I'm going to clean off my brushes so that they are clean and ready to use next time. And just regular old isopropyl alcohol will clean gels off. It'll clean it off of your skin, off of everything. But yeah, definitely want to have clean brushes for next time. And of course, I'll leave the link for the cheap. These are just cheapy $2 or $3 brushes. They're not even that great of a quality, but I'm not a professional nail artist. Nobody's paying me to do their nails, so I'm cool with using the cheapest of the cheap on myself. And get this clean. This really didn't get dirty. I just barely used the tips, but there we go. And then on my plate, you can see I've got the white on there, and the alcohol will get rid of that too. And this actually has a little alcohol on it. But then I'll go back and clean up. Okay, so my 60 seconds is done. I'm going to hit the 30-second button. There we go. Take an alcohol wipey. And there we go. All that gel is gone. Okay. And then that's ready for the dishwasher. Because come on. It still needs to be washed. Okay. And I'm not going to put the caps on these because I've got my other hand to do still. So I'll have a full set ready to go whenever I'm in the mood for some soft Frenchies that I don't want to take the time to make. They'll just be ready. Okay. They are set. So now I'm just going to put, they're set, but they're sticky. You can see they're set, but they're sticky. And it looks like I have a little bit of too much of a lump. I must have turned it too much, but I don't care. I'm not looking for perfection. They're handmade by me. I'm cool with that. Totally cool with that. I love how the tips look like they're just dipped in watercolor. Like they're so see-through, the very, very tips. You can't see what I'm saying. In real life, that's how it looks. Okay, so now I'm going to use the no wipe top coat. So you do not have, this will not leave a sticky residue. And I don't do a very thick layer of this either. I don't go paper thin, but I also don't go super thick. Just a nice even coat. And now the next hand. I swear I speak without thinking like half the time, literally. Okay. I think I'll take some from the thumb, since there's quite a bit on there, and move it over to the pinky. Give everybody one more quick wipe. It's self-level, so I always count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to cook that for another 1.5 minutes, and then it will be just done. Okay. 90 seconds. Okay, and here is the final result. It's not sticky at all. Totally set and ready to go. Now, because it gets a little warm under that lamp, yeah, your sticky tack will get a little stretchy. Gets a little extra warmed up. But that is how it looks. I think it looks very pretty. Obviously can't try it on for you, but you can see it essentially matches exactly what I have on already. It's nice. So that's my opinion. That's my totally humble, totally biased opinion. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Again, you can find everything in the description box down below. And if you do like this little tutorial, I have all kinds of stuff. I have sort of just a hodgepodge of stuff on my channel because I really don't know the direction I want to go with this channel. Not really. I like vlogging. I like crocheting. I like doing my makeup. You'll find a lot of makeup videos on here, and I'm not a pro at any of this stuff, okay? I'm just your average everyday woman in her 40s hanging out on the internet doing this stuff. If you like this, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of what I have, check out what I have. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And I will tell you, just to be, full transparency, I don't upload all the time. I'm not regular on this channel because I have another channel that I'm pretty regular on that eats up a lot of my time, but in the best way ever. And so if you like antique and vintage crochet tutorials, check out my Just Vintage Crochet channel. You will find a link for that down below as well. So this channel is just sort of a channel I created because I like to talk. And sometimes I'm in the mood to talk, and sometimes I'm in the mood to just hang out and do my makeup and do my hair and play with wigs and play with nails and go driving around town and whatever. So that's what this channel is here. It's just sort of my junk drawer channel. But it's a great way to hang out with me if you like me, if you really like me. So I will see you guys in the next video. I don't know when it's going to upload because, as my regular viewers know, sometimes I upload 3-4 videos in a row, and sometimes I go a month without uploading, but I will always upload. I will see you guys then. Let me know, what do you think of the nails? The soft, milky Frenchies. Strawberry milk Frenchies. See you then. Bye.